Gucci.
Ain't changed on it, I ain't took one yet. I ain't never taught about Gucci, but it's gon' roll it. Put it on my neck, I hope you got your money back. I didn't have no success.
Many of us never realized how manufactured, scripted, and staged this whole so-called beef between young Jeezy and Gucci Mane was this entire time, until you take a step back, analyze, and then connect the dots. Everything about this fake beef was all staged from the beginning, from the diss tracks, to the fake murder, to the back and forth disputes in all of their interviews. This battle was no realer than Batman vs. Joker, Freddy vs. Jason, a Love and Hip Hop episode, or any WWE match on television. These CIA puppets were used to further the trap music agenda that destroyed blacks. This war tactic between young Jeezy and Gucci Mane was used to divide and conquer the black community, to lure them into the rat trap and taking the cheese. This forced the listener to choose sides, like between Tupac and Biggie. This method worked to perfection because subconsciously, young black men aspired to be like the drug dealers, and the young black females chased the dope boys. This was a flawless victory for the occult. More black men died, or went to prison. The female becomes a single mother, and the cycle continues. This is why trap music rose to prominence in the early 2000s.
Gucci.
Let them know who you is, man.
Man, they young boss. We own one. Y'all might know me and Lil Jeezy, but we ain't gonna say too much about that. So we young boss.
Y'all might know me and Lil Jeezy, but we ain't gonna say too much about that. So we young boss. T.I., who is just another CIA puppet for the occult, hence the name Tip, as in tipping off the feds.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you gotta do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIP.
Is supposedly a pro-black leader and is for the people, but yet invented and built a trap museum in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, which glorifies a life of crime and drug dealing to the community. The same pro-black activist who is claiming that Black Lives Matter is promoting a lifestyle to young black kids that continues to fill prisons and lead to more deaths in the black community. So while other races travel to the Smithsonian museums for historic educational purposes, blacks get trapped.
Welcome to the Trap Museum.
Clifford Joseph Harris Jr., known as T.I. or Tip, welcomes us to his Trap Music Museum.
Trap music is music inspired by and detailing the life and lifestyle of a dope boy.
Music is music inspired by and detailing the life and lifestyle of a dope boy.
a drug dealer.
The exhibit begins with a replica of Grandma's apartment, complete with guns, weed, plastic on the couches, and kids' pictures on the walls. In the center, a young T.I. There's a kitchen where the drugs were often cooked, and tributes to other trap stars like Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, colorful cars, and young Jeezy's cocaine dealing, represented by all these white blocks. T.I.'s personal exhibit features his Grammy, MTV Moon Man, and replicas of the many illegal guns he was locked up for.
I don't shy away from my transgressions. I tend to embrace them because they made me who I am today.
There's a prison cell to note T.I.'s multiple stints behind bars. T.I.'s now busy welcoming people to his museum, but not to official Super Bowl events in his hometown of Atlanta. T.I. says he was offered a lot of money by the league but declined, saying they don't allow enough free expression for players.
You can't just go and toss your money somewhere. You have to show you have to put some real skin in the game. And until they're ready to do that, they chicken ain't gonna have no seasoning.
T.I. is aware his 7 kids, ages 2 to 22, are growing up in a very different world than he did.
Well, I'm honest with them just as I'm being honest with you, and I let them know that I was trapped.
He hopes the lesson here, there's a way out.
That young Jeezy, man, that's fake, man. That's kind of dumb, man. That's a waste, man. I mean,
The rap game easy. This is why I want a Gucci Man versus Jeezy.
actor, I mean rapper.
As records shot back and forth, Jeezy released Stay Strapped, a harsh diss aimed at Gucci. At the end of the song, Jeezy spoke over the beat saying he wanted Gucci's chain and that he was willing to pay whoever brought it to him $10,000. Effectively, Jeezy was putting a bounty on Gucci's chain. Effectively, Jeezy was putting a bounty on Gucci's chain.
This time I'm traveling a lot and I'm going through all these small towns in the South and everybody knows about it. You know, the song is everywhere. Everybody's waiting for Gucci Mane to come do a show in their town so they can get his chain and get 10 grand.
A stripper listened to Jeezy say 10 G's for a chain, and she was like, oh hell yeah, I'ma get me a chain. I'ma get my brothers, come over here and get this cat, get his chain, and we gonna be caking up. A stripper listened to Jeezy say 10 G's for a chain, and she was like, oh hell yeah, I'ma get me a chain. I'ma get my brothers, come over here and get this cat, get his chain, and we gonna be caking up.
A stripper listened to Jeezy say 10 G's for a chain, and she was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna get me a chain. I'm gonna get my brothers, come over here and get this cat, get his chain, and we gonna be caking up.
Allegedly, young Jeezy put a $10,000 bounty on Gucci Mane's chain, and according to the QD3 Beef video, a stripper set Gucci Mane up by taking him to her house, and he acted in self-defense as he was allegedly being attacked, in which one of the robbers so happened to be young Jeezy's close friend. How ironic. So you mean to tell me that the stripper that set up Gucci somehow knew young Jeezy's friend? They went back to her house, and young Jeezy was going to pay his own friend the $10,000 bounty on Gucci's chain. I may have been born at night, but not last night.
Gucci!
I think the murder took place in May of 05. On May 10th, 2005, apparently responding to Jeezy's offer, 4 or 5 men burst into a townhouse in Decatur, Georgia, and assaulted Gucci Mane. You know, these guys come busting in, and Gucci's sitting at the table, and he takes somebody hits him either with a pair of brass knuckles or a gun. They were gonna either rob him or kill him. He'd been brought to the house of a woman, allegedly, to listen to some music. In fact, I understand she was a stripper. Gucci Mane, fearing for his life, grabbed a gun and started shooting at his attackers. And he ducked down and started shooting at them.
Ironically, Gucci Mane's album was set to be released weeks later after he allegedly killed young Jeezy's close friend. My theory is this was all a part of the script to draw more attention to Gucci's upcoming album, and to also subconsciously program the average die-hard fan, which are black men, to reenact the thug and trap star persona. that the Gucci character is portraying. I believe that the beef was staged and the entire industry was in on it, even the judicial system, who most of these label owners have close ties with due to stocks invested in the prison industry. A favor for a favor.
Should be celebrating the release of his album and the success of his single Icy. He's had to defend his life last week, and now he has to defend his freedom.
He's not going to say anything, okay? He's a murder suspect, and I'm his lawyer, and I'm not going to let him say anything. Basically what happened, to make a long story real short, he visited a young lady, went over to her place. She was there, he was there. At one point, she opened up a door. 5 guys come running in.
Are y'all seriously sending 5 people in the house to try to kill this man?
One of them had green tape. One of them had a weapon. One of them had brass knuckles and hit him with brass knuckles. Didn't hit him real hard, had him wrapped up. Another guy had a weapon, hit one of the other guys with a weapon. It became a situation where he defended himself. Somebody yelled, one of the other 5 guys yelled, "Shoot him," something to that effect. He grabbed a gun that was nearby and he opened fire to defend himself. It was just him and a girl in there, and the 5 guys came in there to hurt him. So basically, he defended himself. From what I talked to the detective indicated he was set up. We have an independent witness I tried to give to the detective. The detective basically doesn't want a whole lot more information. We have a witness out there, a man that saw the 5 men go in. We have a woman that this young lady who he was with said basically she set him up. We're not sure of all the other facts yet.
This is life or death for my artist. This is life or death. This could mean the life or death of his project. And it's not just Gucci Mane who's at stake right now. It is Big Cat Records. It is hip-hop industry as a whole. It is the consumers of music and the people who look up to these rappers. This is a serious matter.
Somebody got stupid, you feel me, and read into some bullshit and ran into a house and tried to kill Gucci, and Gucci just got out of there with his life. Over hype. Over rep.
I want you to talk a little bit about the situation between yourself and Gucci Mane. Obviously, at one point, the relationship must have been at least alright because y'all had a song together, a strong single, the So Icy joint. And somewhere along the line, things went south.
Man, you know, we ain't never had no relationship, man. Dude was a fuckboy, man. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like to be compared to that nigga, man, because, like, I'm like a VHS, homie. You can rewind me back. Everybody in the city know me, dog. Like, this nigga, you know, basically I did another nigga a favor, dog, you know, and the nigga is a fucking gnat at a barbecue, dog. The nigga, he trying to get some shine. He trying to get some shine.
He trying to get some shine.
Man, he can't get no shine on me. I'm a boss, dog. He's an artist. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, as far as the streets are concerned, you know, I really don't like to speak on this shit, man. I mean, real talk, in a nutshell, my nigga, ain't no beef, because that nigga know I'm out every day. If you want to see me anytime, nigga, he come see me. And while y'all let tell that bitch ass nigga quit calling my phone, copy deuces, man, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We straight, homie. And as far as the other shit is concerned, you know, I just really don't like this nigga throwing my name and all this shit to sell records. That's a whole move. Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga. Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga.
Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga.
So I have to go with him. It's not a choice.
All right, no doubt. So that situation that we were just talking about with the charges and so forth, do you feel like it was a setup because cats came like after you, like they was coming to get you?
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
Okay. Do you have any like, you know, indications on who it might be? Have you heard anything on the streets? Just whatever you feel in your own heart?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive.
Jeezy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive.
Jeezy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive. Jeezy. Yeah.
Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga. Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga.
Any nigga from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and a nigga throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive. Jeezy, yeah. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive. Jeezy, yeah.
I die. 5 snitch on nigga. That's on my mom. I die. 5 snitch on nigga. That's on my mom.
I die. 5 snitch on nigga. That's on my mom.
Somebody got in the ear and told him, hey, look, my nigga, you wanna come up? This what you gotta do. Somebody got in the ear and told him, hey, look, my nigga, you wanna come up? This what you gotta do.
Somebody got in the ear and told him, hey, look, my nigga, you wanna come up? This what you gotta do.
So outside of Jeezy, are there any other beefs that you feel that you have? I mean, I ain't even gonna ask you to name no names specifically,
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of them fuck niggas I don't like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But you could talk on if you want to. You want to drop some names though.
Them niggas ain't really worth it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they ain't even big niggas. They ain't big as Jeezy. You know, Jeezy like the biggest name nigga that I'm beefing with.
Alright.
So I gotta go with him cause he got the opportunity to get his shit, you know what I'm saying, out there. He got the opportunity to get his shit, you know what I'm saying, out there.
He got the opportunity to get his shit, you know what I'm saying, out there. Somebody got in the ear and told him, hey, look, my nigga, you wanna come up? This what you gotta do. He got the opportunity to get his shit, you know what I'm saying, out there.
And it's like, you know, I don't like to clown the little nigga, but come on, man, this little nigga that have on no fucking ice. When we did ice, he was the nigga running around my sessions, dirty t-shirts and dirty shoes and shit, begging to get on. And this nigga get the song, and he flipped.
Listen to us, I was there, nigga, I trained the nigga, he used to be under me like my lieutenant. The nigga, I used to come in New York, I used to do shows and let the nigga come on before I did Keep Your Head Up and Get Around. Cause nobody knew the nigga in New York.
Like Brandy and Monica, scripted sparring matches, rap and R&B beefs are all a part of the Janus nature and duality of the occult. Gucci Mane is the yin, and Young Jeezy's is his yang. Just imagine their careers without each other. Same with Brandy and Monica, Tupac versus Biggie, Jay-Z versus Nas, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule, and list goes on. Behind closed doors, these characters are close friends in following the orders of their puppet masters. While the masses are divided, they are just actors acting out a script on a world stage as the masses live out the reality the occult creates.
Gucci!
Now, speaking of trap music, now I can't, we can't have that conversation without addressing the elephant in the room.
Okay.
There's a third member of the Mount Rushmore of trap music that either one of us don't really, care to mention or speak to that much. Now, what do you think is necessary to bring that shit together, if anything? And I understand we dealing with somebody who temperamental themselves, and you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just feel like they gotta be one of them mafia backroom conversations, man.
Yeah. I mean, we talking about Gucci, by the way, just for those of y'all who don't know it. So, logically, is there ever a time where the three of us could sit in a room and walk out and say, man, that shit dead?
Well, to be honest, to keep it all the way solid, like me and brother sat down and had a real conversation in a sushi joint. You know what I'm saying? We sat down and
Jeezy and Gucci in a sushi motherfucking restaurant having a real conversation. How did that go? Like what?
It was close.
It was close.
Yeah, I can't lie, it was close. But I think he got locked up or something around the time.
Yeah.
And the communication just,
went dark.
But
when you do time, it usually happens.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, it was close. It was real close. It was close. It was real close.
It was close. It was real close.
I gotta do this. I gotta do this for the city. I wanna take a phone call. Can I take a phone call? Let me take a phone call. What up, who this? Who? Who? Gucci who? We got Gucci Man on the phone.
Oh, is that right?
What's up, big homie?
I can't call him. What's going on?
Me and Snowman in here, man.
That's what he do. What's going on?
We making history, baby.
Hey, man, you know big things funny, man. You know how we rock.
What's up, G's?
Man, we here. What's up?
Gucci. I didn't even have this conversation in front of Jeezy. Like, you know, what me and Jeezy been doing for the last hour or two is really been sitting here and, you know, letting bygones be bygones, understanding that it's bigger than us. You know, what we doing is for the city, it's for hip-hop, it's for the culture. Well, I got Jeezy in here, and I just wanted y'all to speak for a minute, man.
Man, I just like to say, you know what I'm saying, you know, just like you just said, it's way bigger than all of us, you know. And I feel like the way the city been supporting our brothers, they deserve it, you know what I mean? So, it's about that time, man, you know what I mean? We're getting older, growing, so let's do it for the city.
Snowman.
What we doing? What we doing? We're gonna make a movie, you know what we're gonna do.
I could have been did this shit, but I had to wait. Let's get it. School up. Discount paper. Discount paper. Well, discounted days. Hey, the chain's going and they ain't took one yet. Ain't never retarded about Gucci, but just go Rolex. A $10,000 bounty put on my neck. I hope you got to pay them cause they didn't have no success.
Talk, my nigga. Let me talk.
Listen.
Let me talk.
I don't want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song.
That's
what
right.
it's gonna
That's
do?
right. That's right.
Are we gonna do some music or
I'll tell you what, my nigga. I tell you what. It go like this. When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because I said,
told you straight off the dribble. I told you off the dribble, nigga. We can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it.
It's all good. But let me say
man.
my piece. Let me say my piece.
Take off.
Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. And the shit we came from in the street, dog, you seen it, we been through it, dog. 20 years. 20 years. And when I said I wanted to do this shit for the culture, that's what I wanted to do, nigga. I brought you here to show you the world care about what the fuck we got going on, because we are the culture. You feel me? Me and you. Where we came from. What we been through, nigga. Us. Me and you. All these kids out here doing what the fuck they do because they saw what went on with us, dog. So this shit ain't about me. This shit ain't about you. You feel what I'm saying? This shit about King Von. This shit about Dope B. This shit about Nipsey Hussle. This shit about motherfucking Pop Smoke, M3. And I'm real enough to do that, nigga, because one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain, nigga.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey man, listen. All respect. I appreciate you for throwing out the olive branch. I accept that. No disrespect. It's all love.
Love, my
That's
nigga.
real.
Let's get it.
Okay, because Gucci's lawyer said that Gucci was acting in self-defense because he alleged that 5 men were ordered by BMF to commit the robbery.
But
that's, I guess, in the paperwork.
So now it went from Jeezy to BMF. I'm telling you where it came from. So that's what really happened. If you want to know that quietly, that shit, that's probably that sounds like their footprint. That's their work. That's his work. That's what they do.
Later on, Gucci drops a song called Truth.
Okay.
Where he said a $10,000 bounty on my neck. I hope they didn't pay them because he didn't have no success. Then later on, he said, go dig your partner up. Bet he can't say shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, I didn't get into a lot of their little beefs, but when I heard it, I'm just on the business part of it. When I hear things like that, I know some of the factions that be around, and a lot of that shit shouldn't, you know, I mean, it gets out of hand. Dude can't take care of everything all the time. You know, I hated that I couldn't be around as much as I did, but I had a job to do. I was trying to get dude to send these motherfuckers home because they was in the way, and there was a lot of bullshit that was going on that was fucking the business up and giving us an even worse name. We should have never took the name and put it out there in the first place, but we were doing it because it was an out game. We had a plan, you understand? So it was the greatest show on earth, and we gonna make these motherfuckers follow us. And we got 100 people out here. We spending money every night. They got to get 100 agents. They're going to have to follow a motherfucker for the next 10 years if they have to. They still ain't going to find anything. So it was smoke and mirrors. It was just a facade. It was some Cinderella shit.
In my words, I just feel like a lot of these cats are actors, rappers, and I'm Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? And they can never be me. And that's just pretty much that. Well, at the end of the day, man, you know, I refuse to be a part of this WWF, you know, propaganda and BS to sell records, you know? If that's who you want to be, you know, you want to be a tough guy, you be that. I'm a boss, you know what I'm saying? I'm a G, and that's just how it is. But you know, I just feel like this rap game is just WWF. Everybody want, you know, get points off somebody else. I earn my respect in the streets. I got real respect. I'm not an actor, I'm not a fraud, I'm not a fake, I'm Jeezy.